The continuous discharge of water from the Three Gorges Dam has led to severe flooding in the Yangtze River Basin, causing significant damage in Nanyang and Xiangyang. In Henan, Shanxi, and Hubei, floodwaters have converged in Xiangyang, toppling trees and destroying roads. No roads remain intact after the flood peak, and homes are left in disarray. On July 18th in Nanyang, Henan, a combination of dam discharge and heavy rain brought torrential floods, submerging Tanghe County. This is a dike in Tanghe County, Henan. The upstream water levels were too high, causing the dike to breach. According to Nanyang's hydrological department data, the peak flow of the Tangbai River reached 7,060 cubic meters per second in the early morning of July 20th, just 0.3 meters lower than the water level in August 1975. However, locals say that extensive riverbed dredging in recent years has deepened the riverbed, and the water level should be higher than in 1975. Crops suffered severe damage, with farmers incurring significant losses. In the video, dead fish are scattered in the flooded cornfields, and greenhouses are submerged. One farmer's 40 acres of newly harvested wheat were completely submerged because his granary was flooded. All the shops along the street were submerged. On the morning of July 19th, the flood peak of the Tanghe River moved south into Xiangyang. Within a short time, Xiangyang was engulfed in a vast expanse of water. On July 15th, Xiangyang was already flooded due to the discharge from the Three Gorges Dam. The discharge from the Three Gorges Dam caused floodwaters to rush through Xiangyang, Suizhou, Danjiang, and Yichang in Hubei overnight, turning the entire province into a vast expanse of water. In Nanyang City, Henan Province, people were frantically evacuating with their cattle and other belongings before the flood arrived. Some say that an old man who watered his field 3 times last month due to drought saw it all washed away this month. Nanyang City, located in southwestern Henan Province, covers a total area of over 26,000 square kilometers and has a permanent population of 9.6 million. It is located in the upper reaches of the Han River and the source of the Huai River, with the Tang River, Bai River, Laoguan River, Danjiang River, Qi River, and Tuan River flowing into it. It is the site of the Taocha Canal Head of the north-to-south water diversion project. Tanghe County, under the jurisdiction of Nanyang City, covers a total area of 2,500 square kilometers and has a population of about 1.06 million. The county is named after the Tang River, which flows through it and joins the Tangbai River, eventually merging into the Han River in Xiangyang. Do you remember the red flags and cheers when the breach at Hunan's Dongting Lake was sealed? The discharge from the Three Gorges Dam has raised the water level in Dongting Lake again. A video taken at 4:30 p.m. on July 19th shows severe damage to the triangular dike in Yueyang City, Hunan Province. The thin layer of cement on the dike has been eroded by the water, revealing the underlying soil. Local residents say this is a newly built dike from the city lumberyard to Dongting South Road. It was built in 2022, experienced water at its base in 2023, and is facing water pressure for the first time this year. Netizens commented, "What kind of dike collapses with just a small wave? What have the people of Yueyang done to deserve such a poorly built dike? This slope is supposed to be the best section of the dike in Yueyang. It should be the Junshan dike. If you go to the Qianliang Lake section, it's truly unbearable to look at." They probably didn't expect it to be used so soon when they built it, and they didn't expect it to be exposed so easily when it was used. What will happen to Yueyang if this dike breaks? China's flooding has lasted for over 3 months, affecting provinces from Guangdong, Guangxi, Hunan, Hubei, Sichuan to Henan, Hebei, Shanxi, Anhui, and Zhejiang, plunging much of China into floods and causing great suffering for the people. Floodwaters, accompanied by the terrified cries of adults and children, swept over everything in their path. After the floods recede, people return to find their homes destroyed. Even though the floodwaters have receded, the remaining silt is knee-deep, making it challenging for ordinary people to clean up. In the video, people struggled to walk through the silt, while others tried to clear it, but with such a large area and thick layers of silt, one person's efforts with a shovel seem futile. These fields of collapsed corn, scattered with dead fish, represent the lost efforts of countless farmers over the past year. Farmers stand in their flattened cornfields, feeling utterly devastated and on the verge of tears. On July 19th, in Baoji City, Shanxi, A car was found completely destroyed after the flood. Chinese citizens criticize officials for ineffective disaster relief and poor water management infrastructure, questioning the flood prevention capabilities of China's tens of thousands of reservoirs. China has nearly 100,000 reservoirs, yet floods occur almost every year. The flood prevention function of the Three Gorges Dam is particularly questioned. Some believe that these reservoirs not only fail to prevent floods, but also exacerbate the severity of floods. Academician Zheng Shouren, a design expert for the Three Gorges project, once said, "The Three Gorges is indeed a key component in the river flood control system, and it plays a significant role, but its effectiveness varies with different meteorological, hydrological, and flood conditions. It is unscientific and unreasonable to label the Three Gorges as omnipotent or to completely deny its role when floods occur." In fact, since the construction of the Three Gorges Dam, it has severely impacted the ecological environment of the Yangtze River Basin. Huang Xiaolu, host of the Huang Wanli Research Fund program, said in 2020 that if the floods in southern China are black swans, then the flood control pressure of the Three Gorges Dam is a gray rhino, potentially leading to catastrophic disasters. Former Vice Minister of Water Resources Li Rui once said that the Three Gorges project is much ado about nothing, mocking the decision-makers of the CCP for arbitrarily destroying one of the world's best rivers, resulting in increased flood risks for upstream areas like Chongqing and Sichuan, while failing to protect downstream areas like Wuhan and Xinjiang. Since the Three Gorges Reservoir became operational in 2003, new problems have emerged one after another, proving the CCP's greatness, glory, and correctness by creating issues where none existed. A report by Shanghai Xinmin Evening News on June 1, 2011, revealed that Wang Jingchuan, deputy director of the Yangtze River Flood Control and Drought Relief Office, admitted that the Three Gorges project had design flaws and did not fully consider the adverse impacts after the dam's construction on water storage in Dongting and Poyang lakes. In the summer of 2022, continuous droughts caused Dongting Lake, China's second-largest freshwater lake, to reach its lowest historical water level, exposing much of the lakebed. Prolonged high temperatures dried up the lake, cracked the lakebed, and killed large numbers of fish, shrimp, and freshwater mussels. Flocks of wild birds struggled to find food and habitat, turning the once vast Dongting Lake into a sprawling grassland. Poyang Lake, China's largest freshwater lake, also nearly dried up, causing widespread concern. Water management experts believe the problem lies in maintaining a low water level of 145 meters during the flood season, rendering it ineffective for flood storage, and retaining water during the dry season, exacerbating drought conditions in the middle and lower reaches of the Yangtze River and Dongting and Poyang lakes. Official claims of a declining unemployment rate are being questioned. On July 17th, China's National Bureau of Statistics reported that the youth unemployment rate in June fell to its lowest level since December, approaching 13%. This is the lowest level since the new calculation method was introduced in January. According to age group unemployment data, the national urban unemployment rate for the 16 to 24 age group, excluding students, was 13.2% in June. For the 25 to 29 age group, excluding students, it was 6.4%, and for the 30 to 59 age group, excluding students, it was 4%. The Bureau's website shows that this is the third consecutive month of decline in the unemployment rate for non-student youth aged 16 to 24. The youth unemployment rate was 15.3% in both February and March of this year before it started to decrease. The National Bureau of Statistics did not provide any explanation for the youth unemployment rate data, but this data has drawn skepticism from netizens. They remarked, "How many are on standby or only working 1 hour a day? No one knows. Autonomous driving has eliminated many drivers. Please include that in the statistics. Only those who paid Social Security are counted, not those who haven't. 70% seems more accurate. There is no need to publish it in the future, then no one will be unemployed. There is no unemployment, only slow employment, lazy employment, and maliciously lying flat. There should be a zero unemployment policy, just like there was with COVID." Chinese data has always been considered unreliable by many, and most don't believe it. In reality, the youth unemployment rate for the 16 to 24 age group, including students, has been rising since last year, reaching a record 21.3% in June of last year, significantly higher than similar indicators in major Western countries. In July of last year, Peking University professor Zhang Dandan calculated that the actual youth unemployment rate in China was as high as 46.5%. However, the Chinese government apparently does not want the public to see the immediate and real data on college graduate unemployment. In mid-August 2023, the National Bureau of Statistics announced that it would stop publishing youth unemployment data. In mid-January 2024, youth unemployment data was re-released, showing that the unemployment rate for the 16 to 24-year-olds in December 2023 was 14.9%, excluding students. On June 19th of this year, the Bureau released the May unemployment rate for non-student youth, which was only 14.2%. According to official data, the number of college graduates in China in 2024 reached 11.8 million, setting a new record. A survey report on college graduate employment released by the Zhaoping recruitment platform in May showed that as of mid-April, only 48% of graduates had received informal job offers, worse than last year. On July 4th, Voice of America quoted a teacher from a Guangzhou university who revealed that the employment rate for graduates in her college was around 45% by the end of June. She had not seen the overall school data directly, but guesses it would be around the same. A netizen reported